The government has deferred plans to clear an ordinance which would make the right to food a law around the country after key ally Sharad Pawar vetoed the move. Now the government says it will work with opposition parties regarding amendments and could consider a special session of parliament for this. However, the ordinance route still hasn't been ruled out.
We should not lose 6 or 7 weeks for this. And what is the guarantee that they will pass it in that session?
I'd like to make one more effort to ask the opposition parties whether they will cooperate in passing the bill in a special session of Parliament. If that support is forthcoming, the bill will be passed.
Government says opposition from parties like the BJP and the left is the main reason why they did not push through an ordinance on food security. But there was opposition within. Sharad Pawar was opposed to the idea of an ordinance, and Samajwadi Party, who supports the government from outside, is totally opposed to the food security bill in its current form. That's why the decision to postpone the bill was taken at the highest level after the Prime Minister consulted the Congress President. This is what happened this morning.
This morning, the Prime Minister and Sharad Pawar spoke before the Cabinet meet. At the meeting, the Cabinet Secretary announced that the food ordinance has been deferred. The Prime Minister intervened and said one more attempt to convince the opposition should be made. Sources say Sharad Pawar is against the ordinance route. Parties like the NCP believe that once an ordinance is brought in, major changes to the food bill would be difficult, even if Parliament debates its provisions.
Have you actually completely given up on the idea of bringing an ordinance, or will you actually try for a...
It's not withdrawn. Kamal Nath is coming tomorrow. So, and Sunday is here. So, we will discuss together.
एक्चुअली आज कैबिनेट में जहां तक मुझे खबर मिलती है, एक मत नहीं है फूड सिक्योरिटी बिल के ऊपर. आज भी कुछ गड़बड़ है, फिर भी एक नाटक चल रही है कि विपक्ष के कारण ही वो रुकावट हो रही है.
The BJP and left support food security but want their own amendments. But the government wants an assurance that they will clear the bill regardless of the amendments. So, whether a special session of Parliament will be called is still very unclear. In New Delhi, with Sandeep Phukan, Ketki Angre for NDTV.
So what exactly does the right to food mean? What's in this bill which could have been law if the ordinance had been cleared? Well, this includes, the government says that there will be a right over subsidized food grain to 67% of the population. That means the government by law will have to provide food to nearly 1/3 of India. The allocation is of those households who are considered priority of 5 kilos of food grain per person at a fixed rate. That's the 3-to-1, which is rice at 3 rupees a kilo, wheat at 2 and cereals at 1 rupee. The allocation, coarse grains at 1 rupee. The allocation is of 75% of rural population and 50% of the urban poor. The estimated food grain requirement for this, according to the government, is 61 million tons. So the worry is, what will happen if, for instance, the crop fails in a year and the government doesn't have those stocks? That's a worry raised by Agriculture Minister Sharad Pawar. Now, what's the likely cost to the exchequer? Well, estimates say about 1.25 lakh crores. Again, this is a very divisive point. The government says this is only around 27,000 crores more than the current food subsidies. But many analysts say the cost will be much, much more. And also, what about leakages? So an ambitious bill, which, as I said, aims to cover nearly 2/3 of India's population. Nobel laureate Professor Amartya Sen even quantified what he says as the impact of the bill. 1,000 people die every week, he says. The bill is delayed. It's a figure that's been attacked, but our reporters filed these stories on the reality of the current system and what the people who will need it the most are hoping for from this.
There's a sizable number of people over here. This is a cluster of about 4 villages, and there are a few people over here who claim that they haven't been able to get their supplies of ration for the past 2.5 months. तोताराम जी, अपना कार्ड दिखाइए। इस कार्ड में कितने समय से एंट्री नहीं हुई है? इस अंत्योदय कार्ड
4 साल से नहीं मिला और 15-16 आदमी का कार्ड कटे हैं। 4 साल से अन्न नहीं मिला है।
तो आपको लगता है कि ये सरकार कानून ला रही है तो इसके बाद इसमें कोई एंट्री होगी, इसमें आपको कुछ अनाज मिलेगा, चावल, गेहूं और जो कुछ भी थोड़ा
जो मिल जाए तो फायदा है हमका है। 7-8 आदमी घर के परिवार के हैं
की तो है साहब, हमका कहाँ बना कोई कार्ड बनबे नहीं की तो का करी हम।
कौन है, किसने नहीं बनाया? कोटेदार ने कार्ड नहीं बनवाया?
कोटेदार न बनवाई ना कोई प्रधान जैसे कहूँ कहला बनी है तब अपन कहीं बना करी है हम, तब तो हमको बनबे नहीं बने की।
The matriarch of the family is Sonabai. She works in the houses nearby, washing vessels, swabbing the floors, and she makes about 2,000 rupees a month. She supports 5 people. Now she would be somebody, this family is a family which holds an Antyodaya ration card which right now has been washed out in the rains. But this would be the family that would be targeted under the food security bill. जो आपको राशनिंग ऑफिस से धान्य मिलता है, जो भी अनाज मिलता है, वो आप लेते हैं कि नहीं लेते?
नहीं लेती हूँ मैं तो।
क्यों नहीं लेते?
मैं दूसरे को दे देती हूँ।
क्यों नहीं लेते आप?
फल नहीं अच्छा आता है,
खराब आता है।
हाँ खराब आता है।
और क्या आपको वहाँ शक्कर वगैरह सब मिलता है?
शक्कर कुछ भी नहीं देता, खाली मैं घास लेती हूँ, शक्कर नहीं देता है वो।
कम दर में अनाज मिले, ऐसी एक नई स्कीम आने वाली है, इसके बारे में आपको कुछ पता है?
नहीं तो
किसी ने आपसे बात की है इसके बारे में?
किसने भी नहीं किया है।
There is lack of information also amongst the slum dwellers, amongst Mumbai's homeless, amongst those people, the most vulnerable of the lot, who need food security.
With camera person Rajesh Gupta in Hardoi,
In Mumbai, with camera person Bapu Wagh,
Anand Zanane
Miloni Bhatt.
for NDTV.
So 2 very interesting points there. One, a report from Uttar Pradesh, that's the area, that's the state where the highest population is estimated to be, which will actually require this food security bill, and also urban Mumbai. So as we said, the bill will cover 75% of rural poor and 50% of urban poor. Joining me tonight on this debate, I am joined by Shantaram Naik, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress, also Chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee of Law and Justice, also Prakash Javadekar, Rajya Sabha MP, spokesperson of the BJP, Nawab Malik of the NCP, spokesperson from Maharashtra, Harsh Mandir, Special Commissioner of the Supreme Court on the right to food. Also joining me tonight, Professor Arvind Panagria, Professor of Economics of Columbia University. And tonight I'm actually going to start with Professor Panagria because in a sense, all the rest of the people on this panel agree in different ways on the need for this kind of law, for this kind of right to food. Professor Panagria's views are completely different. So over to you, sir, because interestingly, both the reports we just had expressed in a way some of your arguments. One, a person who says, I need it, but I don't even know how to get this card. And another, a person in urban Mumbai in a slum who earns 2,000 rupees a month, but doesn't use the PDS system because she says the rice and wheat are substandard. Go ahead, sir, with your view on the fact that this bill is likely to be a reality sooner rather than later.
Sonia, you're right. Actually, the bill is going to be reality. Political correctness has led everybody to kind of line up to vote for it, but that doesn't necessarily make it the right bill to pass. For starters, start out, it gives 5 kilograms of food grain to people at subsidized prices. The average consumption today is something like 11 or 12 kilograms. The real issue is how do you, assuming that more must be consumed by the households and individuals, the real issue is how do you make them consume more? I mean, even if you look at the top 30% of the households, you can look at actually top 5% of the households. They are consuming somewhere around, say, in rural areas about 12 kilograms, in the urban areas somewhere between 9.5 to 10 kilograms. You give, and bottom 30% is maybe in rural areas is about 2 kilograms less, and in the urban areas it's the same. So what people are going to do simply is take the 5 kilograms of extra subsidized grain, purchase less 5 kilograms in the open market, and simply save that part of the money. And my really prediction is much of the money that they will save because of the subsidy would get spent on other things. The big item, when you think of nutrition in India today, calorie consumption is yesterday's battle. It is the nutrition balanced diet which is today's battle, and that's where milk consumption apparently. This is where you see the big large gaps, milk and eggs. That's where you see the big large gaps between the poor and the non-poor. So you go to the bottom 5%, milk consumption is about 1.5 kg per month.
Right.
You go to the top 5%, milk consumption is about 11 kg. And there is a whole spectrum as you go from poor to the richer people. Milk consumption rises exponentially. Same for eggs. So milk and eggs is where the real frontier is.
So in a sense,
can predict that.
I think you're saying political correctness in a way is making us ignoring the sense of what's actually needed. The battle has shifted, you're saying, from actually fighting hunger to the kind of calories that are being consumed. Let me bring in Prakash Javadekar, because let me bring in an opposition voice. Prakash Javadekar, what's interesting is that besides the Samajwadi Party, the main opposition party, the BJP, yourself, actually doesn't oppose the bill. You all are just saying we want amendments, and you actually cite the Chhattisgarh example where even more entitlements are given by law already by the Chhattisgarh government. Is the BJP being politically correct as well? Is it true that the BJP can't afford to be seen as anti-poor in election year?
No, it's not about political grandstanding. It's about our commitment to the poor. Because we believe that hunger today, even after 65 years of independence, is the result of mismanagement on economic front by the 55 years of rule of Congress. And that's why poor needs help. And we have already enacted. The Congress is only making noise. We have already enacted and implemented. And what is more surprising is, as you yourself has told, that it was Sharad Pawar and Samajwadi Party who stalled the ordinance, and they are blaming BJP. We are not in your cabinet. It is, we are the first mover of the bill, and you are blaming us unnecessarily because you want to play politics with it. If you have real concern for the poor, when the food was going waste and there was no place in the godown, Supreme Court has ordered and has given direction that that should be distributed to the millions of hungry people. Why Amartya Sen did not tell the government that obey the Supreme Court directive? Because he is partial. But more than that, the government straight away refused the Supreme Court directions.